with Squarespace, you only really get, I don't know, 2 to 3 hover effects for your buttons. And that is only when you use flex animation and you use an outline button. So with the outline button, it's just going to fill with a block of color when you hover. And with flex, I think it comes up from the bottom and fills it up to the top. Yeah, it's not the best. So what I tend to do, and you'll get the opacity reduction. So like you hover and it goes slightly opaque. It's not great. So what I like to do on my sites sometimes is I'll add a bit of a different spin to it. So what I want to show you in this video is how to add a couple of different hover effects to your buttons on your Squarespace website. The first one is going to be to scale it up. So just to make it look a little bit bigger. Well, not look a little bit bigger, to actually make it bigger. And then the inverse will make it a little bit smaller. Then we'll also do a hover effect where it'll just move ever so slightly to the side. And just for good measure, I'll show you how to completely invert the colors on the button as well. So you'll see here on the site, we've got the Learn More button, and that's got the opacity hover effect. It's okay. It's nothing special. If we go into site styles and then we go into buttons and then we give this an outline like so. Oh, we need to give it an actual outline. When we hover, you can see it fills with color. And then if we go to animations and then we add flex, you can see it does this. So they're like what I think it's three different animations. Now we'll take that off and we will keep this outline on. What I'm going to do is show you the scale up, scale down, move over, and the invert the colors. So first off, we want to find what the ID is for the block. So if I hit Shift, Command and C on my keyboard, hover over the button and grab that, it's going to be Squarespace button element primary. So we go into website, pages, website tools, custom CSS, paste that in. And now we can begin our hover effect. So we'll do transition just to make it smooth. Transition 0.3 seconds. And then we'll say and hover. And then within there, we're going to do scale. So to scale something, it's transform, scale, and then in brackets, we can make it ridiculously big, or we can be normal and make it just slightly bigger like this. So when we hover over it, you can see it scales up in size like this. Now this does look a little bit weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into site styles, buttons, and I'll fill this in because I'm not keen on that exact transition. So we want to go back into shape and we'll say fill, hit save. And that's going to look a bit smoother now, like this. And let's add transition in here as well. And if we stick important in, that's going to give us the smooth transition. So that's much better. Like so. So that's scaling up. Now we want to scale down. To scale down, instead of 1.1, we'll put 0.9. There we go. You can see it just adds a bit more depth to our buttons, makes it more interesting to actually interact with the site. So that's number one. Now we can leave our transitions in, but instead of transform, for the second one, what we're going to do is we're going to say margin left, and then just say 10px. And once you've got that margin in, and we hover, you can see we've got this nice effect to the left of the button where it scooches everything up. Now you don't have to do the margin left either. You can do margin right. Don't know why you do that, but you can do. And you can do margin top, like so. So that's number two. And then finally, all we have to do to invert the colors is use filter, invert 100, and then when we hover, you can see it swaps the colours. Now, black and white's nice and easy. It will depend on what colours you're using on the site, but black and white, as I say, it's pretty simple. So those are 3 nice little ways to just make your buttons look a bit more interesting when a user hovers over them. If you found that useful, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to build your Squarespace website, you can get in touch using the links in the description.